Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Into the Shadows.
Yay.
Last time, a spirit was restored and another gate opened. And as you guys emerged into the streets, you found that the previous occupants of the gate guard post had been lost in the war to the south. And we pick up from a tavern as you guys settle in for rest. In the space between spaces, a figure emerges once again. That same area, that same table, and that same masked woman. Hello, Niamh.
Niamh blinks.
How have you been faring?
She shrugs.
Won't you come? Won't you come? She gestures to the seat next to her. Won't you join me?
Do I do the plot thing or do I do the funny?
Are you just gonna shoot her?
No, I was gonna turn around and leave.
Of course.
I mean, I could shoot her.
Sounds like a
I
terrible
think
idea.
God would kill me.
Most
Sounds like a terrible idea.
Niamh will walk up to the table but will not sit.
Rebellious as always. In life, just as in Half-Life, I'd wager. You are only half a soul. Your existence, Niamh. It's not something commonly found. Now, I've called you here for caution. You must be more careful. This gate, your existence, there's more that lies at stake than you realize. The very balance of everything. No, that's too much to burden you with now. I doubt you'll remember half of this anyway, but your survival is of the utmost importance. I know what you need. You need a companion. Let's see. I do believe you found one already. And a stalwart ally they'll be. She picks up Snugget and walks over to you with him, and hands you your snail friend.
Niamh does not hold out her hands.
You little shit. I don't know what I've done to deserve your animosity, but
Do I have any of my equipment on me?
you do.
Cool. Niamh is gonna hold out a hand, kind of like trying to get this woman to put her hand in Niamh's.
She does so.
Niamh will pull out a dagger, place it in her hand, and then hold it against her own throat. Like, pull the woman's hand up to her throat.
Oh.
Is this what you want?
You can try.
I can do much more than that, misguided child. And you notice that the hand that you handed the dagger with begins to fade. Don't test me. I've only your best interest at heart, child, but I will not hesitate to do what is necessary. And your hand reforms again.
Niamh doesn't have any, like, you can't tell that Niamh is looking at things is the problem. Because of their pure black eyes.
Single color eyes.
Single color eyes. Their eyelids, like, flick down like they're looking at their hand, and then they look back up.
I wish you luck, and please do be more careful.
Won't need it.
We'll see. And I see you found your tongue.
Don't need a tongue if you don't have anything to say.
I suppose you're right. Now we go here. Gwen, you find yourself in a redstone chamber. It is hot here. The heat seems to burn your skin almost. And you find a chain leading from the wall wrapped around your arm. There's a grand piano and a table The piano seems to play by itself. Across from you, you see what looks to be some sort of prison cell full of faceless creatures resembling ghouls.
She just kind of looks around, looks at herself. What am I wearing? Am I still in my armor?
You are wearing slave cloth, like a tattered cloth, similar to the ghouls in front of you. And a figure begins to take shape at the seat. Gwyn, dear, so nice of you to join me. He walks away and the piano keeps playing.
Of course.
He comes over to the table, picks up what looks to be a bottle of bourbon, pours himself a glass, drinks, and then walks towards you. You're probably confused as to why you're here.
Not particularly. She just says flatly.
You really are as soulless as I've heard you described.
She kind of narrows her eyes and looks at the man.
Of course, I would know all about that, wouldn't I? I mean, when I pulled you out of that desert, I'm sorry, I get ahead of myself. You can call me Mallows.
Well, Mallows, I think one such as yourself should not be so quick to judge.
And you shouldn't be one to get your hope up so easily.
She looks down at the chain, she looks at her tattered cloth, and then just takes in a breath and smiles at him. I know how this works, Mallows. I know you can't lay a finger on me yet.
With that, he backhands you across the face. You may have broken part of the curse. A small, minute portion of it. The physical manifestation of it, yes, maybe. But I still have quite a bit of control over you.
Really? Because all you're touching is my mind, and I don't need that for my resolve.
I've come to offer you a deal. You've come across something called the Shadowgate, yes? You've ventured in a few times. There's something in there I desire. Let me put it this way. You don't remember anything from when you became this. You wish to, what was it, could say, be one with the light, gain your soul back, redeem yourself, all these childish, pointless thoughts.
Frankly, Mr. Mallows, it's a lot simpler than that. I'd just rather you stop making that racket in my head. You can't hold a tune. She gestures to the piano.
I see someone can't appreciate just a little bit of light piano.
Does the piano just fucking vanish?
Yes, it does.
Oh, I see. Alright. So, you said you have a deal?
Yes. There is something deep within. Half a soul, if you would. I want it. If you can give me that, you'll go free, along with your memories.
And if I choose to find it my own way? Mallows, I think you underestimate me.
You think? You presume a lot for someone in your position.
Very well, she says. You want that soul?
I do.
I'll tell you what. I'll get that soul. But it won't be for you.
And whatever do you mean by that, child?
Wouldn't you like to know? She smiles. She just sits down, crosses her legs on top of the fetters.
Oh, fine, be coy. I'll find out eventually anyway. I am, how you say it, in your mind, after all. The more you use the power that I gave you, the stronger I become. Keep that in mind.
We'll see who gets there first. Malice, how quick can you run?
As fast as I like. Now get some sleep. We'll go here.
Hey, look at me!
It's your boss.
Well, we find this is going faster than I
Where's the
anticipated.
papers I asked for 12 hours ago?
Louis Macabre broke down.
Where's my coffee?
Why, hello there, Lewis. So nice of you to join me today.
Lewis looks around. Are these bookshelves?
They are.
I'm gonna walk up to one. Are there any copies of the same book?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take out 2 of them. Put them just on here, and then flip to the same page. Do they have the same word at the top?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So this isn't an actual dream. What the fuck you want?
Well, I've been trying to get in contact with you since you left. You did so abruptly. Not fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Besides, there's a matter of debt to be settled. Use of company equipment.
What company equipment?
Everything is company equipment.
Everything is company equipment. Yeah, sure. Fucking whatever.
A matter of leaving suddenly, with no forewarning.
I gave in my 2 weeks notice.
I never got it.
Oh. Have you checked under your mailbox?
No, but I didn't check above my mailbox either. Or to the left or right of it. Or between
Mm.
them. I don't
Or
check my mail in
inside
the
of it?
first place. Who has time to actually check mail? Am I right?
Oh, I remember why. See, I put it in your mailbox, but, you know, since I'm the one who checks your mailbox, guess you just didn't get it. Lewis just kind of like gives a little thing of like, imagine that, whoopsies, but like clearly he's doing this on purpose.
I can settle that problem. I'll settle it myself. In fact, hey, me, would you get in here? What's up? Could you go check our mail? Oh, very well. Oh, sorry.
Hey, new guy, you still get any vacation days? No?
Vacation days? What the hell is that?
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, how's the wife, Lewis? How's the wife?
You know, because you're asking me the question.
Messing with you is always my favorite pastime. Could you come take a seat, though?
Nah.
What?
Can I actually walk through the door, or is it locked now, or some shit?
No, you lock through the door, and then you appear here.
Okay.
You look back through the door, you just see the screen master just waving at you from the desk. In front of you, he's still waving.
So how much of a dream is this, by the by?
Quite a bit, actually. Snaps his fingers, you now look like a girl.
Cool. I take a bagel out of my pocket, start to eat it.
Snaps his fingers, you're back to yourself with a nice bagel.
Okay.
Now, I know I'm probably not your favorite person to see, but I've been hearing concerning things among the other deities and such.
Okay.
And as much as it galls me to admit it, I need your help.
And how's that my problem?
Because your very existence, as well as those of your compatriots, hangs in the balance.
Do you think I care about that?
Do you care about your friends?
Buddy. Buddy, I don't have friends. I'm not a friend to myself.
That's very sad.
Yeah, you fucking think? Buddy, you really came to the bargaining table without a chip to stand on, didn't you?
I mean, looks down at his feet. I think I have a chip to stand on. Bends over, picks up a chip, takes a bite. Ooh, honey barbecue.
Ah, I get it. It's funny.
What do you want?
What do I want?
Yes, what does Lewis, the most average man in all of existence, and I don't just mean that here metaphorically, I mean that quite literally. Like, in all of the multiverse, every timeline, half of which are disappearing now, more on that later, you are by far the definition of average.
I'll take that as a compliment or an insult.
She picks up this shrub, which kind of just turns into like a cat-shaped shrub,
Mm-hmm.
and starts petting it.
What do I want?
Yes.
I'll give you. You know what? Guess.
You want to not exist.
Honestly, not even that anymore. I can get that anytime I wish. I can just walk into that fucking gate without my umbrella.
Yeah, but you'll still have existed.
See, here's the problem, Buckaroo. Can I call you Buckaroo?
Call me what you like.
Okay, what you like. So, here's the problem. I don't want a goddamn thing. Whatever you're trying to say, like, oh, you do this for me, and I'll give you this. There's nothing I want. I've been prepared to die as soon as I walked in there, and you know what? Death, I don't fucking care if it comes for me.
What if I promise you your dog back?
See, that's how you try and bargain. But I got you to say but. Nice. Lewis stops talking at that point.
I suppose you'd also want some consequences to befall that woman.
Sorry, what?
Your wife.
Mm-hmm. What about her?
Well, I should say ex-wife, shouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say there's a particular part of the abyss that she would fit right in.
Good.
I'll tell you what.
Hmm.
You help me with a little small thing. It's a teensy-wincy tiny thing. She gets sent to you. She gets sent to the abyss, and your dog comes back to you, along with everything she took.
I'll think about it.
And that's a start right there, indeed.
Also, eensy weensy tiny little thing. That's demon talk for, oh, you have to bring me God incarnate.
Nothing like that. Nothing like that. In fact, you might end up having to kill a god or two. I just want you. That girl that's traveling with you, Niamh, I do believe their name is.
Uh-huh. Probably. I forgot.
Just keep an eye on them.
It's gonna be hard not to do. You're really not good at bargaining.
There's something in that dungeon, that nexus of dimensions, converging timelines. It's hard to explain exactly what it is to someone who's not. Never mind.
Makes perfect sense to me.
There's something in there, something outside of the normal balance of things, something that quite honestly shouldn't exist.
Gotcha.
I can't tell if it's a threat to our reality or benevolent friend. Not just myself, but agents of time, the Pantheon this dimension worships, every being of power. They're all a tizzy about this place. This place shouldn't exist, and yet it does. And that's not all. As I mentioned before, other dimensions are disappearing. And they're quite terrified.
I have one up on the gods then. Because I don't give a fuck.
When did you turn into such a sarcastic asshole?
Mm-hmm.
I remember the naive Lewis that came through, old bright and bushy-tailed early in the morning every day.
Yeah, guess what happened to him?
Oh, right. I may have sent him on one too many errands involving the plane of fire.
Mm-hmm. Still don't have my hair.
Add that to the bargain.
Home. Takes a bite of
Takes a
another
bite
bagel.
of bagel. Jeez. Oh, and if that person, that entity, Niamh,
Uh-huh.
starts doing things that might be questionable,
Mm-hmm.
kill them.
Okay. Pretty sure, from what I've seen, Niamh's pretty suicidal, so I might not even have to try.
I've noticed. What's with that?
I don't know. Maybe they're just more proactive in hating existence.
It seems to be a running gag with you lot.
Hmm.
Like, come on now. I've never seen a dreary group of individuals.
Yeah.
I was like, I dub you guys Team Depression.
You know what? That's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate.
Anyway, I have to go see a man about a dog. So,
Okay.
enjoy your evening.
Sweet. Am I just gonna disappear? Is he gone?
He is gone.
Is this his office?
It's similar to what you've seen, although it always changed every time you entered.
Fuck kind of a guy just lets me stay in his office? If I have the chance to leave,
Why
I
is
could
the
just
plant moving?
hello plant. I'm a dog person. I guess you're a plant though, so I could just like take anything I wanted from here. Yeah, I could.
Yourself.
Take the whiskey.
I was thinking of taking the chair actually.
New weapon unlocked.
Lewis thinks back to what what the Archfey said. Have a seat. Ha. He can't possibly think that I won't. And I'm gonna pick up this seat and say he technically told me to do this. He can't pull any of this fey bullshit.
No, even better. Take his seat.
Ooh, that's way
He
better.
didn't say
Yeah, you didn't
seat. He said
specify
a
a
Yeah, he
seat.
didn't specify which seat.
Okay. I can't physically give you that seat because
Yeah, because it's part of the
thing,
asset. But you know
Just
what?
say that that's what he does.
Yeah,
but-
Chair acquired.
And as you leave the seat, you find yourself next to your tavern bed, and the seat sitting right next to your bed.
fuck yeah. Take that.
Took a seat, dude.
Seat
Seat acquired.
Good. He took the seat. Now I can get a new one. I hope he doesn't mind the backbreaking curse on that thing. Now we come to a garden in the middle of a familiar surrounding for a certain witch. Fiora, you find yourself as, well, you from 5 years ago, a little girl. And a familiar figure comes down the steps. There you are, my little sprite. And just how have you been doing?
She tilts her head in confusion.
It's probably a shock to see me after. How long has it been since I left?
She opens her mouth as if to say something, stops, turns to the left, mutters to something, then looks back at the woman and just like, really? No, that can't be Mom.
It's me, child. Or at least, what's left of me. I hope I didn't cause you too much pain.
Head tilts to the right. Visible look of confusion. You caused pain? Not to me.
That's good. She grabs her head for a moment. Sorry, I'm not as strong as I... What was I talking about again?
I don't know. You didn't say.
You notice around her, the shadow she casts seems to be darker than it should be. I'm running out of time. Look, if you continue down the path you're going now, there's much you can accomplish, yes, but there's also much danger you'll face. Are you sure it's worth it?
I mean, somebody's got to lead the spirits back to the wheel.
You always did insist upon that. She, pulls you in for a hug. It's like, it's not, you can tell she's trying to give you a tight hug, but doesn't feel tight.
She just does that gentle pat on the back, just like, there type deal.
There's this gate. There's something wrong with it. And I mean beyond the usual, spooky evil gate dungeon thing.
Oh, yeah, I know. Spirits told me.
What have they told you?
Corrupt, stuff falling apart, things shouldn't be like are. Plenty of bad stuff.
There's a place that simply shouldn't exist. There will be aggressive spirits within, entities darker than you could imagine. Here. She walks over to you and she places a hand on your face. And you feel a warm light begin to course through you. Her form seems to flicker a bit, and when it materializes, it's more transparent, more see-through, weaker in form. I've given you something, Fiora. A way to ward yourself from evil, and to help your friends.
You should hurry to the wheel. You're fading.
I would if I could, child, but I can't. I'm trapped.
That's not good. I'll find you eventually, probably.
I have no doubt you will, but I apologize for anything I do when you find me.
Can't be any worse than Mr. Skeleton stabbing me in the gut.
I love you, Fiora.
I love me too. And don't worry, next time I'll have skeletons and maybe I can get them to help out and let's see. Oh, you think that's a bad idea? No, that's probably a good idea. We'll get skeleton friends. She just walks out.
So that's where she's hiding. I see.
Oh,
Diego,
fuck.
it's been a long day, but you've been able to get what you need to do in the fields done. And you see, your son Cedric sitting against a tree. He notices you, he's like, Father! Runs over to you.
Hey, kid.
Hello, Father. Everything well?
Yeah. I'm getting a little old for this, though.
In a few years I'll be able to help you. Maddie and Mother are inside cooking.
Good, good.
Smells really good. Next time you go out, could I come with you?
Maybe, kid. Just maybe.
Alright. He runs over to the tree and starts wailing on it again.
Don't break your sword. Don't want to have to make you another one.
You just hear a clack, clack, clackety clack.
I'm gonna head on in and head towards my family. The kitchen.
So. And you hear the sounds of cooking and female voices within. Ah! There you are! Father!
Hey, princess, how are you?
I'm well. The dinner's almost ready.
Good, good.
Hello, my dear.
Hello.
She gives you a kiss. Everything all right in the fields?
Yeah. Everything's fine.
Can I talk to you for a second, dear?
Sure,
Maddie,
what's up?
could you just give us a moment? Sure. Come with me. She looks anxious, panicked. The man who sold you this land, did he say anything about it?
No.
Well, I was outside earlier and well, I found this. She goes in the wardrobe and pulls out a circular medallion. And Diego, could you make a religious check?
Yes, my just straight religion roll.
The symbol on it you don't quite recognize, and its form seems to shift slightly.
No idea what this is, but we are pretty far out. Could just be a relic from an old civilization that came before. No idea, though.
It makes me so anxious. Diego, you hear a tap, tap, tap at the door. Could you see what that is, Diego?
Sure.
I will get back and make sure things are
Cedric, why didn't you tell me we had company? I'm gonna open the door.
As you do that, Diego, well, things quite aren't what you left them. You see, the ground is blackened and charred. And you see Cedric against a tree, sword broken next to him, missing an arm.
No. No. Cedric, are you? Cedric!
He doesn't respond. His form blackens and melts into the ground.
No. Cass! Maddie!
You see through the windows that there's a fire burning throughout the place.
Just break on in. Cass! Maddie!
And your wife, strung up by thin wires, her guts spilled on the floor in front of her. And what you can only assume to be Maddie, skin missing.
No. Maddie.
Why didn't you help us, Father? Why did you let us die? You're a failure as a husband, Diego. You left your family to die. Yes, Diego. Why didn't you help them? Where were you in all of this? You know they screamed for you till their dying breath as my forces tore them apart. Aren't you going to say anything?
Diego, shaking with rage, quick glances around. Since this is a kitchen, I'm going to grab a kitchen knife and just turn and chuck it as hard as I can at that guy.
You do, and then you feel a familiar weight. Diego, you have all your equipment.
I wasn't here because I was earning money to feed and clothe them. I'm a good husband. You are a monster! And I will have my revenge.
You know nothing, mortal.
I may be mortal, but that doesn't mean you aren't also mortal. You will fall one way or another.
You see this creature raise up his arms. Then come try me. Try to do something, you pathetic excuse for a human.
I may be a pathetic excuse for a human, but you're a pathetic excuse for a god. You're weak. You're pathetic. You prey on those weaker and patheticer than you simply to try to make yourself feel strong. And yet here you are, taunting me in my dreams, in my nightmares, where you know I can't fight back. If you came in front of me, I'd cave in your face!
Diego, roll initiative.
Whee! -2
Fuck him
initiative.
up.
Let's go!
Beat the asshole. Be a good dad.
You are first to act.
Cool. This isn't gonna work ever, but you know, fuck it. Warhammer, here we go.
Remarkably,
That hit.
21 will hit.
Fuck yeah! 5 bludgeoning, and I'm gonna add a superiority dice to it.
As your weapon hits him, he just bounces off. Is that all? I slaughter your family, and the best you can do in your sad, misguided attempt to what? Avenge them is swing a toothpick at me. You're not worth my time. And he turns around and he makes a tail attack against you. You'll take 31 points of bludgeoning damage.
Whee!
You are also grappled. And he pulls you up close. It'd be a shame to kill you now.
I spit in his face.
Elegant. Get stronger, Diego of the Iron West.
What?
You are known more than you realize. Get stronger and find me within the gate. He drops you on your back. I'll be waiting for you. And perhaps then I'll tell you the truth of what really happened here.
Hey, Tavern.
You guys all awake? In the morning.
Do I wake up with the lowered health, or is that just for the fucking scene?
You wake up full health, but there's a big bruise on your chest. Like, you don't feel happy.
Do I still hear piano music in my goddamn head?
I got a fucking chair.
You do have a fucking shit.
Do you actually have the chair?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I woke up and it was like,
Love that so much.
I'm totally turning that chair into something. Adam is gonna regret giving me that chair.
It's got a curse on it that breaks backs. Like, that's great. I really want to imagine that all these cosmic beings just happened to choose the same night, and there's no real significance. It's just like chance, and they're all just like, "Oh wait,
That
you
would be
were
hilarious.
doing that too? Oh, I'm so sorry."
they met each other.
At the stinking dream nexus.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
like, "Wait a minute, where are you coming from? Same tavern? Same tavern? Same tavern?"
That'd be incredible.
It's the meme of like a D&D party. Like the wizard gets up at 3 in the morning to get a glass of water and catches the cleric sneaking out of the ranger's room, and then the paladin comes out of the warlock's room and they're all just standing there staring at each other.
It's like, well, someone fucked up.
Someone fucked. Just stop it there.
You guys awaken the next morning in various states of mentality. Yes, Gwyn, there is a faint piano playing in the back of your mind.
Bitch.
I'm sorry, old man. I knew you teleported that piano the second it disappeared. Oh, she just lays in her bed for another hour. At least you have the common decency to not take my clothes.
Lewis is gonna wake up at least a few people by dragging a chair.
Gwen's gonna creak open the door in confusion at the sounds of chair.
Heading out of your rooms, you see Westley not Westley, Lewis just kind of inching along, carrying a chair with it's like a brown, like dark oak kind of chair with like a leather upholstery. He's just kind of dragging it across the floor.
I feel it's just falling
He's gonna
behind.
fucking regret giving me this thing.
Morning,
Maybe you
Lewis. What's that all about?
Oh, I stole it from my boss.
So you're an enchanter.
No, I'm not. But I want to know what this fucking chair does.
Mind me asking why you're why you dragged it upstairs?
I didn't. I dragged it out of his office. Dream bullshit.
Oh,
That sounds fun. Here. Fiora, like, grabs hold of one of the chair legs. It's just, like, tugging
thank
on
you.
it. To,
Quinn's
just like,
just
no,
thinking
no.
to herself as this is happening.
No. Set down.
I set it down.
She, like... This is obviously, like, in the fucking way of the hallway, but she doesn't care. As she's ritually casting Identify for 11 minutes.
Nice.
The common cup.
Sounds pretty
Owned
average.
by Rob.
Him.
Oh my god, it's him.
Oh.
Good
Him
morning.
and his glowing.
Him and
Good
his
morning, everyone.
lack of anti-aliasing.
What's up?
Did you all sleep well?
I slept.
I don't know what that concept is.
Aren't you a cheery lot?
Yes!
Anyway, can I just you a breakfast or anything in the morning?
Bacon!
Bacon it is.
I already had a bagel.
Yeah, oh, yes. Lewis, you feel a weight in, like, your pocket.
I take it out. I take a bite out of it. I don't look at what it is. I'm just assuming it's a bagel.
Yeah, there's a foul taste in your mouth now, and you look down, it's a half-rotten bagel.
Ah, fuck you. I still eat it.
Could you make a Constitution saving throw really quick for me, please?
I can do that.
Yeah, you just barely stifle back the vomit rocketing up your throat.
I don't fucking care. I am a being of spite.
Do you want me to remove the poison from you, Lewis? That might take
Oh
you.
yeah, that'd be great.
Cool. She puts her hand on his shoulder and just sucks out the poison.
As you do
Sure.
that, it feels odd, and you notice the chain. The remnants of the chain are on you, and the remnants of the chain are on the pillar. The broken ends are kind of pointing at each other.
She'll move the pillar closer to herself. Is this what you want?
They don't connect,
They don't even touch?
but they seem to kind of move in such a way as like, if you took like a taut string or chain.
No,
and
she
moved
pulls
the ends
them
closer to
together.
Look, this is kind of how it acts. You take like a string and you pull it taut, but then you move the
Yeah.
ends closer to each other, and how it just kind of bows down.
Uh-huh.
It does that.
Oh, I see, okay.
Mm.
I said it is already connected. I got you. Alright.
Yeah.
My magic still works, though?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Just don't want Lewis dying of food poisoning.
It just feels odd when you try to do it.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Don't mention it.
How much of like the religion of this area like would we Ed or I know about?
You, not much.
I know that if you want assistance on that, I'm sure I could probably help, because I'm sure Gwyn would know a lot about that. Maybe not everything, but a
Let's
decent
see.
amount.
Obviously, there's the Archfey. There is Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon. There's the Raven Queen.
That's all I
And
needed
there-
to know.
And there's
You just
and
wanted to know if the Raven Queen existed.
Yeah, I really.
There is
that's all I
also-
care about.
There's also the Wild Mother.
Yeah.
There's Psyche.
Like classic Greek psyche.
Yes.
Interesting.
Is that one of the base D&D ones?
No,
Okay.
that would probably typically be Ioun. Cool. While everyone's like dealing with Lewis in his chair and like what the fuck and food poisoning, can I just wander out into the city and I want to try to find a Raven Queen temple?
Ah. Yes, there is a temple. And it's like a temple of several different deities all in one place. With the Raven Queen and the Wild Mother being the most pronounced in the center of this area.
Cool.
You have those two being much larger than the other statues. In kind of like a circular kind of area. Marble pillars coming up and forming an archway above them. And you see a couple clerics here and there just kind of gathered around doing cleric-y business.
Niamh will awkwardly kind of walk towards the Raven Queen statue. Is it like a statue of the Raven Queen?
It is.
Is it like classic Raven Queen, like black shroud, white porcelain face?
Yes.
Okay. And it does not look like the thing that's been fucking with me.
No,
my
it most
dreams.
certainly does
Thank
not.
the
no.
Lord. Niamh will kind of just like stand in front of it, looking at it. She will just whisper under her breath, I do not care about whether I live or die, but if I'm so meaningful to the universe, I might as well make an effort to not let it implode. And she will just kind of look directly into the eyes of the statue.
You see a raven just land on top of the statue, look at you, regarding you, and it flies off.
Niamh will just leave.
Does anyone else have anything they want to do?
Gwen's gonna head out to the little garden out back of the inn. Just sit there for a little bit on a bench, probably looking at the wildlife. She'll sit there till anyone basically comes to get her if we're gonna go to the gate again, which she assumes that we're going to. She kind of just like nods to Lewis and Fiora on the way out as they're like trying to figure out what this chair is about, so they know where she is. All that.
Yeah.
And so you do.
Have fun with the flowers.
She nods.
I'll go with Lewis.
Nice.
And you guys said once again before the glory that is Bundrami. What brings you back here?
A chair.
He pauses mid-hammer swing and looks at you.
We dragging a chair.
Well, quote unquote looks in your direction.
Yeah.
You brought a chair.
Correct.
It's a cursed chair.
A cursed chair.
Correct.
And what do you want me to do with a cursed chair?
We've been thinking about it.
The cursed chair. Wait,
Correct.
you use an umbrella, don't you?
I do, yes.
I quite remember putting a tip on that for you.
Correct, you did. It's nice.
I have an idea.
Alright.
What if we replace the shaft of your umbrella with wood from the chair, and swapped out the fabric for leather from it as well?
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good idea.
I might be able to carry over some of the enchantment.
Cool.
He puts down his normal hammer, and then he picks up another hammer, and this one's glowing with runes. He holds out his hand expectantly.
I'm gonna drag over the chair and give him my umbrella.
Fiora's trying to help
He
as best she
places-
can, but it's a chair.
He places the umbrella on the anvil. He takes a chair and he places it on top of it. And then, in a flurry of blows, and a cloud of smoke too fast for you to see, he just starts wailing on it with his hammer. You hear the sound of creaking metal and splintering wood. And when he's done, you see parts of a chair off to the side and a very quite ornately carved umbrella.
Can I wander into the blacksmith?
You most certainly can.
Nice.
Alright, well, it is now a +1 weapon,
Nice.
and it also has the property of, on a percentile roll of a D100, has a chance to cause such excruciating back pain that the target has to skip a turn.
Fuck yeah.
Is stunned. The target is stunned.
You have a stun weapon?
Nice.
Fuck.
A +1 percentile stun weapon.
And
I
you get the
love
feeling that if you find
It's
ways to
stronger
upgrade
than
it later,
this.
the percentage chance might increase.
Nice. My critical hit chance is already increased, so...
Diego, you use, what weapons do you use?
Mostly my hammer.
Can you use a sword, or do you prefer the hammer?
I'm rusty since I've last wielded weapons. Hammer, you don't need too much. Hammer and warfare, you don't need too much thing. You just crush straight through their armor.
You guys see Vendrami kind of lead to the side for a second. I see. You there! Points at you, Diego. I understand you wield a noble tool of a shovel.
You mean this dumb thing?
This
Pull out
don't think-
Gravedigger.
Give me that! He looks at it, just as I remember it.
It was his shovel.
Wait, did we get this from a different dimension?
I've been around. That's all you need to know. He looks it up and down. It hasn't been properly cared for.
We did find it an abandoned campsite in a forest in a pocket dimension full of zombies.
He looks at you like you just kicked his puppy. I see.
Can I walk up to him?
You can.
I'd just like to tap him on the arm.
What do you want, Realm Walker?
Can I have an axe?
Lewis in the background. Ah, fuck yeah.
He just gestures over. Axes are where they usually are.
Ooh, what kind of axe do I want?
Just pick up a random great action and walk away.
Yeah.
Yourself a halberd.
I'm gonna get myself a great axe.
Do we have to pay for any of this
Okay,
shit?
how much is a great axe? Hold on.
Oh, by the way, looking at you, Westley, there was a figure in a green cloak that came through earlier. You just said to put it all on your tab if you came through.
On my tab?
He nods.
So he can't. So wait. So the fucker comes in, says, "Hey, this guy, put it all on his tab." So basically, make him pay for his own shit. That's what he says.
Basically, yes.
Well, he could have just said nothing. I was gonna pay anyway. What the fuck?
Don't you just hate capitalistic corporations making you buy stuff for your job without compensating you?
Especially when you have to buy it from them. They're the ones who already have it.
Supposedly, he's going to pay you at a later date to pay me. He was quite persuasive.
Alright,
By persuasive, I mean annoying.
Right? He's the guy I fucking took the chair from.
Anyway, your total stands at 3,000 gold so far.
Alright, good to know.
Damn.
I have
Damn.
10.
I
Well,
rolled
hey, at least-
128.
Well, hey,
I
good to
have
know
46
that
plants.
I have no gold on my sheet.
How much is a great axe?
I tell you what, if you can pick it up, you can have it.
Okay.
No.
I'm either gonna get fucked.
Is this a strength check time? Oh boy.
Am I strength checking this?
Make a strength check, yes.
Last strength.
Lift
Do
the
it.
X.
Do it.
Lift the
I'm
X.
praying.
Oh
I just want an axe!
Let's see. Let's just see really quick.
No, all of the axes are gonna fucking fall
Wait,
on.
wait.
You
Hold on.
you lift that axe and it accidentally lifts 12 more in the other corner.
Hey,
Am I taking 4 damage?
Gwen.
What, me? What, huh? I'm
Make
just-
a dexterity
I'm just
saving
sitting alone.
throw,
I'm
please.
sitting
Wait,
alone. What
what
did
is
what
it
did
in here?
Not there!
I'm not even close.
As a line of axes all along the wall.
I'm nowhere near.
Not even
Yeah.
I'm
there.
in
Not
a
at the
garden.
building.
I'm not in
As-
this room.
Right.
It's physically
Wow.
impossible
Unless
they're
something
magically
bullshit
flying
happens.
axes.
I'm nowhere near Bundromi right now.
I'm sorry. I derped for a second. That's more like it. Hey, Diego.
Fucking hell! I have a -2 dex!
You take 8 toe damage.
Oof. Rip toe.
It's like half my foot just got chopped off for no goddamn reason.
But you're saying I did lift it.
True.
That is what you said. As you lift the axe, I
Yes.
just happened to
Yes.
hit the other axes.
Yes, a mission failed successfully.
Yep.
Yes.
Mission failed.
successfully.
That's a great statement.
Why did it have to be fucking me?
Because you were number 3.
I guess it's just how the axe falls, isn't it? Let's not let that bleed too much all over my floor. He takes a pair of tongs, reaches to his forge, pulls out a coal, and starts walking towards you, Diego.
Well, that's gonna be pain.
He pulls a piece of wood out of his pocket, just a piece, like, probably a fragment of the chair. Bite this. In just a moment, there's a sizzling sound.
Ooh, cauterized.
Like,
Why does everything bad happen to Diego?
why does everything bad happen to
He's just that
Diego?
Because
unlucky.
he's just the scapegoat character. Like,
Yeah,
he's having a
I
bad
know I
time.
have the durable feet, so I just get health back constantly.
It's probably a good thing you had the durable feet, to be honest. Like,
And I'm
the
gonna
stuff
pick
that
up
happens to
stuff
you.
next level,
If you
so...
want to give me the shovel, I will take the shovel.
Give Cat the shovel.
Give me the shovel. I don't know if holding it will hurt me. Do I count as undead?
Only one way to find out.
I would
Touch
like
the
to
shovel.
touch the
Touch
shovel.
the shovel. Touch the
Do
shovel.
I count as undead? That's the question.
Is this just gonna be
That is a
Kiana
question,
again,
and
where
one
you
I
just
am
have a
not.
weapon that's like your arch bane, but you're still using it anyway?
Time to go get some gloves.
Yeah.
At some point, I'm gonna upgrade this fucking shovel to literally just a maul.
Does- Does Diego let Niamh touch the
Can
shovel?
I touch the shovel?
I probably just put it back in my pack, and it's just sitting there on on the pack back, and Niamh is just
I'm
coming
going to
find me
poke the
poke it.
shovel.
Niamh, you poke the shovel. Your finger feels warm touching it, but like
hurting.
like hot water, but it's like really hot. Not to burn you, but it's not fun.
It's that slightly uncomfortable hot.
Yes.
Give me the shovel, so I can dig my own grave.
No!
Definitely.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Cat, the reason I'm keeping 2 poison daggers, Fiora's totally gonna give you one of the poison daggers.
Can I get a poison dagger?
Yeah, because that's Dex.
And you see him punch a hole in the blade and kind of drain the poison into a little glass jar. He dips a finger in the poison, licks it. Moldy. Takes the glass jar of old poison and chucks it against the wall. You see him walk over to like a little mortar and pestle, and he takes a few flowers. Fiora, you recognize some of them, like one's belladonna, some nightshade, and a few other plants. And he just starts mixing them together, adds a little water here. You see him pick up a little weird, like, fleshy thing, squeeze like a clean liquid out of it. Sticks the tip of his finger in. There's a slight sizzling noise. Pulls it out. Now that's poison. He takes the scraps of metal from the daggers and he just puts them in like a box, like a crucible kind of thing. Shoves that in the forge, and time passes, and he looks at the forge. Melt these, please. And the forge just intensifies in heat. Like the whole room gets hotter. And he pulls out the molten metal and pours it into a form for an ingot. He pulls it out, starts beating on it for a bit, wailing on it. He grabs a spear at the wall, just he puts the tip of the spear on the floor, places his foot on it, and just breaks off the shaft. And after a while, a long curved blade begins to form, and he mounts this to the end of the shaft. And then, oddity of oddities, he takes a little file and begins chiseling at the side of the blade. Then takes a bit of metal, flattens that into a cover, puts that over it, making a little space for, I guess, what you could say as a reservoir. He takes the poison and he pours it into there. So just a little bit of poison is dripping from the tip, just a little bit, like a little bead. And he hands it to you. Will this suffice?
Ooh. Yeah.
So it does, at its base, a D8 of slashing damage, plus 1d6 poison damage. Is there anything anyone else needs?
I think I'm good.
While you're in that gate, could you do me a favor?
What is it?
There's this type of crystal that glows with light. Aptly named light crystal.
How creative.
If you find any, could you please bring them to me?
Okay.
Fetch quest, fetch quest.
Fetch quest.
And on that note, any weird materials you find in there, anything strange.
We should go get Gwen,
Am I allowed to,
so I can go show her my new assortment of weapons.
So while Gwen's sitting there, she doesn't really have much memory of her past, correct? It's like a small garden, a small running river, a few small flower bushes, and sitting under the shade of the trees, she's there on like the side of the river. And I can imagine her just sort of kneeling down near the river, sort of gazing at her reflection in the water. Just like twirling a blade of grass around like her index finger, looking at the shade of the grass, just sort of feeling the breeze, feeling this like smelling the scents of all the flowers and the trees around, and just sort of looking at that reflection again, trying to recollect, trying to recall. But that is really what she's been doing.
You feel a soft breeze. Almost a reassuring feeling of a hand on your shoulder.
I'm going to look up. Is this hand on my shoulder potentially it's a small purple one with a lot of knives?
No.
No? Alright.
Damn it.
You don't really see anything, but you do see, like, a branch of one of the trees, the leaves are kind of brushing against your shoulder.
Are you still out there? I thought you'd stopped watching me. After what I did. Don't look at my face.
Something prompts you to look down, and you just see a small clump of dandelions by your feet.
She gazes down, almost like it's like her eyes gaze down as her palms stay like clasped in her lap. She was like holding a prayer pose, so she just looks down with like one eye, sees the dandelions, looks around the field, sees no one there. Very gently picks one of them up and just like sort of rolls it over in her palm. She'll spend another moment there, and I think at this point, seeing that no one's coming this way, she'll stand up,
As you say that,
and start,
you feel another hand on your shoulder,
okay.
and there's a purple figure holding a lot of knives.
I'm not holding a bunch of knives. I just have a bunch of knives on my back now.
You have a bunch. Yes, you see a knife.
I have significantly more knives than I did last time.
I did not describe this, but Gwyn is not wearing her armor. She's just like in basic tattered like tunic, and was just getting up to go don her armor, but turns and sees Niamh with you have a great axe?
I have a great axe.
Fuck, I was muted as soon as you said she's not wearing her armor. I went, she's naked?
Yes, Westley, because people wear nothing under their armor.
Great thing to say.
So weird.
That is strange, right? She just kind of turns around. Hello, Niamh.
Hello.
You have a lot of toys there.
Yep.
Going somewhere with those?
I'm gonna go fight God.
Fiora like chooses this moment to come up behind me, but it's just like, and I'm helping.
Okay. Cool, and clarification, which one?
I
I don't know her name. She's white, and she's a bitch, and she visits me in her dreams. My dreams.
Does that ring a bell to me, Adam?
No, it does not.
Not even a religion check, just doesn't. Okay. Must be a new one.
Also, you're naked.
What?
You're
Have
not
you
wearing
never
your
seen
armor.
me? This isn't my skin. She pulls on her tunic.
I know. I don't mean naked. I'm not that dumb. I just mean you're naked. Like, you're not wearing your armor.
Yes.
It's
It's much easier to relax that way.
thumbs up.
Not to mention being in tune with things around.
Remember what you read on the crystal.
Nope.
Nope.
It's been
No.
fucking almost a year, dude.
Something about snow.
Something cold, something.
I just wanted to make sure you guys knew what you're getting yourselves into before you accidentally screw
Am
yourself.
I even affected by the cold? Does the cold even bother me anyway?
Jesus
You
Christ,
just-
cat.
Dad, is there like negative inspiration?
Negative inspiration.
You're just gonna fuel my spite against God even further.
Wait, if you get a negative inspiration, then you can actively lower your rolls so you die better. Take it.
I'll take it.
No!
You know what? Just to spite you, as well as just for hilarity, you do negative inspiration.
One day there will come a time where you want to actually fail a roll. Like, say if you get mind controlled.
So you have a strength weapon on you, right, Niamh?
Yes, I do.
When you're like, the whole like, oh, you're naked conversation is happening, Gwyn just sort of like unhooks a little pouch, pulls something out of it, looks it over, looks at Niamh. So, Niamh, I don't have much of a use for this, but I figure you could. She holds out a small, like, a vial with some very faint light blue liquid in it.
Are you giving me the frost giant?
I might be giving you the frost giant strength potion.
Kill God!
Oh no!
You have a weak
You know-
strength? Well, let's fix that.
Doesn't that give you like a 24?
23 strength, yes. I have it written down. So, yeah.
Right.
So this should theoretically let you, as he put it, fight God.
Unless you want to fuck God, then we've got this. And she holds up the.
Fiora, watch your language.
What? I'm just repeating what Vega said.
I don't care.
Trust me, you don't wanna.
Back and get some warm coats, because it sounds like it's gonna be cold.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Can I just get an ice resistance potion? Is that something I could go acquire? Is that
You
reasonable?
can certainly you do know of an alchemist in town.
Yeah, that's what I think would be the most reasonable course of action. After I hand that frost giant strength thing off, I'll don my armor and I'll say, alright, are we ready to get going? I've got a few things I would like to pick up beforehand.
Welcome back. Welcome to Marion's Medicines. How can I help you today?
Well, do you have something that can fight the cold?
I have some warm soup.
I mean of the magical variety, though I appreciate the gesture.
I do have something that might help. But if you're going to be in sustained cold, you might want to just invest in some winter clothing.
I'm more so worried about the things that live in the cold rather than the weather itself. I'm more than well equipped. She hefts her like large cloak that's like lined with wool. Like she's ready for the cold.
She goes over to a shelf and pulls out a small vial, a small bottle that has a light blue liquid in it. This will protect you from cold-based attacks. Anything to do with ice, really.